Hi, I am Sriranjani from Product Marketing Team and welcome to the video on implementing field-oriented control algorithm on the Renesas RA62 microcontroller using Simulink through algorithm export workflow. In this video, I'll walk through the algorithm export workflow. Let's begin by understanding why this approach is essential. Then, take a quick look at the key steps involved in it. Finally, let's wrap things up with a hands-on demo where we'll deploy the FOC algorithm for a PMSM motor using Renesas RA62 controller. Having said this, let's now try to understand why do we need an algorithm export workflow in the first place. In Simulink, a typical workflow starts by creating a new model and configuring it for your target hardware via the Hardware Implementation tab in the Configuration Parameters. The list of supported boards appear only after installing the relevant hardware support package or product. You can find the full list in the official site. A key benefit of installing the hardware support package or product is that it simplifies the peripheral setup. You can use the peripheral blocks along with the Simulink core blocks to build your algorithm. With a single click on build and deploy, Simulink generates and flashes code to the controller. But what happens if your custom microcontroller isn't listed in the drop-down menu? Does that mean you can't generate your code or deploy your algorithm? This is where the algorithm export workflow becomes essential. It enables you to generate code tailored for your specific microcontroller vendor and device type. This code can then be integrated into your development environment, giving you the solution to deploy your algorithm on custom hardware platforms that aren't natively supported in Simulink. Now, let's walk through the step-by-step process involved in the algorithm export workflow. To begin, we first select the subsystem or reference model for which we want to generate code. In this case, I'll choose the motor control model. Then, Embedded Coder automatically generates optimized C code tailored for our target microcontroller. In this demonstration, we'll be generating code specifically for Renesas RA62 microcontroller. Next, we need to organize the manually written or externally generated hardware drivers along with the C code generated from Simulink into a unified folder structure as shown here. This structure ensures smooth integration and simplifies the build process in the IDE. Now, open the appropriate IDE and import the entire project onto it. For this demonstration, I will be using Renesas eSquare Studio IDE. Once everything is set up, go ahead and build the project. Then, deploy the code onto your target microcontroller. And that's the typical workflow for exporting an algorithm from Simulink. With this understanding in place, let's move on to the demonstration. In this demo, I'll walk you through the process of exporting motor control algorithm from Simulink, integrating it with the hardware drivers for the Renesas RA62 controller, and finally deploying it to the controller using Renesas eSquare Studio IDE. To get started, I have opened the MathWorks file exchange page where all the necessary files for the motor control project are available. Let's begin by downloading the demo files from this page. This demo is developed using the motor control block set, a comprehensive toolset in Simulink, which offers a rich library of pre-built blocks and reference examples that helps modeling, simulation, and deployment of motor control algorithms. Once the download is complete, let's open the extracted folder to explore its content. The model directory contains the Simulink models for open loop as well as the closed loop field-oriented control. Additionally, the E2 Studio project folder includes all the necessary hardware driver files. To simplify the workflow, a pre-configured MATLAB project is also provided. In the next step, we'll launch the MATLAB and import the project to begin exploring the models more in detail. Now, let's open a MATLAB session. Let's begin by importing the project into MATLAB. Once the project is loaded, navigate to the Project tab and use the provided shortcuts. The first step is to configure the motor and inverter settings. To do this, click on Edit Parameters and update the values needed for your specific setup. Then, by clicking Load Parameters, all relevant values are loaded into the workspace. Next, you can choose to simulate either the FOC or V/F model. In this example, I'll proceed with the FOC model and hence let me click on Open FOC model for simulation. The Simulink model opens, showing the speed and current control logic under the microcontroller subsystem, along with the plant model for the motor and inverter used for simulation. Now, let's run the simulation, and once the simulation is complete, click on the Data Inspector to view the desired signal of interest. Here, let's view the plots of current and speed. Before we jump into generating code, let's quickly open the configuration parameters in Simulink. We can do that by pressing Ctrl E. This is where we will do the settings needed to generate embedded C code for our target microcontroller. As you can see here, under the Hardware Implementation tab, the system target file is set to ert.tlc. That basically means we are generating code for an embedded real-time target. Next, we choose the device vendor and the device type. In this example, the vendor is set to ARM compatible and the device type is set to ARM Cortex-M. And once the device vendor and type is selected, you can click on Apply and OK. Let's return to the MATLAB to generate the C code. Select the shortcut option to generate code for FOC control. By clicking on it, Embedded Coder automatically generates the necessary C code. While the code is being generated, let's take a quick look at the shortcuts folder in the project. Here, you will find a MATLAB script called generateFOCcode.m. The script uses the slbuild command to generate code for the referenced model. It also includes a handy routine that automatically copies the generated C code into a unified folder structure where I have already placed the external hardware driver files for the microcontroller. Now that the code generation is complete, let's dive into the generated code. First, open the code folder and navigate to the FOC current control ERT/RTW directory. Inside, let's head to the HTML folder and open the index.html file. This brings up the code generation report. Here, you will find the code details for the current control logic. The FOC current control.c file has three key functions: initialize, step, and terminate. The initialize function runs only once and sets up delays and integrators, whereas you could see the code for the algorithm in the step function, which runs continuously in a loop. And finally, the terminate function is called at the end to wrap things up. Similarly, there is a code generation report for speed control algorithm as well. I have already opened it for you so that you can quickly take a glance at it. Let's switch back to the MATLAB session and explore the E2 Studio project folder, where I have stored the hardware driver files for the RA62 controller, along with the auto-generated C code that has been copied into the source directory. Next, we'll launch the Renesas eSpy Studio and import the directory containing the auto-generated source code and hardware abstraction drivers. Once the project is successfully imported, we proceed to build the project. Following a clean build, and by clicking on this icon, the deployment process begins. Once the code is successfully flashed, you can use the onboard toggle switch to start and stop the motor. Once enabled, you can see the motor spinning and the speed can dynamically be adjusted using the onboard potentiometer, demonstrating the closed loop capability. And that wraps up our demonstration of algorithm export. I hope the workflow was clear and easy to follow. Now, you are ready to explore and deploy a wide range of applications on your custom microcontroller. Thanks for watching this video.